So week one is just about wrapped up. We only have the Jets and the Niners tomorrow night. Great week to start the NFL. And right before it kicked off, we had some breaking news. Dak Prescott becomes the richest player in NFL history. I actually made a vid on this a few weeks ago, predicting this would happen. And, it wasn't a bold prediction or anything. It was pretty predictable considering Jerry Jones' antics and just overall egotistical, delusional behavior. So, unfortunately, this was expected. I don't know, man. Just kind of tough. And granted, the Cowboys did take care of the Browns quite easily. I mean, Deshaun Watson, how can anybody have any ounce of support for him just as a football player, let alone a human being? Come on, dude. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And if you can't make it work with Kevin Stefanski, I don't know who you could make it work with. He made Joe Flacco look like a Pro Bowler that second part of last year. So the fact that Deshaun Watson can't look competent week one, and yeah, sure, the Cowboys defense is going to be pretty good this year with Mike Zimmer and, getting Trevon Diggs back. You still have Micah there running the show. So I'm not saying it was like an easy task to look good week one home opener, but come on, bro. That's a whole other video. That's a whole other rabbit hole. So the point is, Cowboys took care of business. Dak looked pretty good for the most part. CD, everyone, even Zeke, man. I didn't watch the Patriots a lot last year. I've caught a bit of him in New England from a year ago, but I don't know, man. Today he looked pretty fresh. He looked pretty fresh out there, especially the first play. Hurdles a dude, so I don't know. I know it's week one, and, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, look at the Patriots and Bengals game today. Anybody could win any given week, and I know it's really easy to overreact, but all in all, good win by the Cowboys. But let's get into this contract. So it's a 4-year, $240 million extension that, again, will make him the highest paid player in NFL history. That just doesn't make sense, man. Dak Prescott is a good regular season quarterback. Is he a good playoff quarterback? He looked good against Tom Brady's final game. He looked good in 2018 against the Seahawks at home, but besides that, someone with his playoff record, does he deserve to be the highest paid player in NFL history? I would say no. And a lot of people are probably blaming the Tua contract and the Trevor Lawrence contract, but honestly, even if those two contracts were never a thing, I still feel like there's a high probability that this still would have happened just because of Jerry Jones and just his ambitiously insane mind. I just feel like this was inevitable to happen. The Cowboys brand and Jerry and Dak, it was just bound to happen. So annually, he will be making $60 million per year, and that's $5 million more than Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Love. $231 million in guaranteed money. That's crazy, man. Deshaun Watson actually has $230 million guaranteed in his deal, so it beats it by $1 million. It's going to be a really fascinating year for all these quarterbacks, man, that just got a massive bag. Not Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, and now Dak Prescott. They got to perform, bro. They got to perform. Does anybody see Dak Prescott winning a Super Bowl in the next 4 years? Potentially. potentially, I mean, like, it's possible. Absolutely. But I just don't think it's in the realm of likely outcomes per se. I just but next up for the Cowboys, they gotta pay Parsons. I'm sure they'll find the money. I'm sure they'll get it done. You know, they took care of CD, they took care of Dak. I'm sure they'll find the money. Jerry will find the money under his mattress to pay Parsons. So if you're worried about that, don't be. They'll take care of it. I'm almost certain at this point. But yeah, man, I honestly have no words. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. The quarterback market is so screwed up. I really think they should add a salary cap just for quarterbacks for every team, just to have some balance out here. And I know like life is not fair and football is not fair, but it really rubs me the wrong way that Dak Prescott is the highest paid player in NFL history. I don't really root against any players. I don't really like hate any players or any teams. You know, my channel name, Ball is Love. I love ball, but you know, it's kind of it's kind of easy to root against Dak Prescott now, just because like I don't think he deserves to be the highest paid player in NFL history, man. And yes, he's a good regular season quarterback, no doubt. He had an amazing regular season a year ago, but once it's playoff time, the dude just becomes a different guy. The Cowboys aura, the Cowboys scent just gets all over him, and they just choke every year, bro. And like, not even last year with the Packers, but I don't know if anyone remembers Jimmy G from a few years ago, going into Jerry World and just manhandling the Cowboys, essentially. I don't think this team will ever win it. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Mike McCarthy. Oh my God. I can't even imagine if they re-sign him, if Jerry re-signs him. But we'll see. It's definitely a fascinating storyline with just how this will all play out. Just because there's no way you could really live up to that contract unless you produce a Super Bowl ring. There's no other way. So it's either Super Bowl or bust every single year. And I think there's going to be a lot of busts in the next 4 years for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. But, I mean, if they want a chance, I feel like they got to get rid of Mike McCarthy or not re-sign him. No shade to Mike McCarthy, but I just think there's better coaching candidates out there in the 2025 offseason. But, hey, man, I guess we'll find out. But at least Dak will probably have a pretty decent defense again. Hey, man, if Zeke can rewind the clock and have a good year, who knows? I don't know, man. Let me know if y'all like this contract. I can't imagine a lot of you do like this contract. Why would you? It'll be really interesting to see where the Cowboys are at by Thanksgiving. And I honestly can't really wrap my mind around this. It's just disgusting. It really is pretty disgusting. But, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
The Rams offense is in rhythm. Coming back out for another drive. The last 2 times they've had it, they found the end zone.
Their rhythm, they're making it look easy, Jim. It's like watching you dance. You have such great rhythm. It looks like you're not even working at it. So that's how it looks for this offense here today.
Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they could have more points. They never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive line, wide receiver